So you've probably heard the claim that Tinubu built Lagos, right?
Now, the Yorubas in Lagos are the most tribalistic people we currently have in the country. They are the most tribalistic people we have in Nigeria at the moment. However, I do not blame them for being tribalistic because they are angry at something, and that is why they are tribalistic. So instead of us to accuse them of being tribalistic, I think we should find the reason why they are angry, and so we can move on. Because whether you like it or not, the reason why the Yorubas are angry, especially the Yorubas in Lagos, they feel that non-Yorubas have come to invade their land in Lagos. They feel non-Yorubas have come to invade Lagos. And whether you like it or not, there is an atom of truth in it. Because Lagos is the only state in Nigeria that is at least 10% developed. We have commercial activities moving in the states. We have entertainment booming in the states. We have commercial. We have lots of things that are booming in the states. There is prosperity in the states. And this is why they say that Tinubu built Lagos. And that is true. So because most of you don't like Tinubu, does not mean we should discredit the job that he did. There are so many prosperities and activities that are booming in Lagos. And there is seaport. There are a lot of things. And whether you like it or not, it did not fall from heaven. Somebody did it. And if the Yorubas in Lagos say it was Tinubu that did it, then we have to respect and accept it that it was Tinubu that did it. Take your heads to the next door. You hate Tinubu doesn't mean we should discredit that if he's the one that built Lagos. Moreover, the Yorubas were here before Tinubu came. So they knew how their Lagos was before Tinubu came. So if they say Tinubu built Lagos, we have to accept it and respect their opinion. So this is why lots of people are coming here. The Igbos, other tribes, they are coming here to Lagos to do business, to do other activities, entertainment, etc. And now the Yorubas are feeling that they are no longer in charge of their land. That's how they are feeling, that they are no longer in charge of their land. However, to the Yorubas, you are not a victim in this claim. As a matter of fact, you had a part to play. These lands that you are saying the Igbos invaded, per se, or took from you, the Igbos never invaded your land. They bought it. Your ballers, your obas, the head of your families, they sold those land. They sold this land to the Igbos to do real estate and to do other activities. So go and hold your ballers responsible. Go and hold your obas responsible. Go and hold your family head responsible. The Igbos didn't steal the land. It was sold to them. And guess what? Your obas are using the money to buy Rolls-Royce. They are using the money to buy exotic cars. They didn't do anything for you with it. So go and hold your Yorubas responsible. And again, to the Yorubas, you are also ripping off other states, especially the Yorubas in Lagos. You are ripping off other states whether you like it or not. We have lots of big companies. For example, we have a lot of oil-producing companies that are drilling oil in Delta. And the headquarters of that company will be in Lagos. And they will be paying tax to the government of Lagos. They'll be paying tax to Lagos State. And yet, they are making that money from Delta. So you see, you are also ripping off other people. So don't come here and start acting as the victim. So if we truly want to solve this tribalism issue, we all have to come together and request of the government to build ports and airports in other places, like in Delta State, in Edo State. So to be close to Anambra, to be close to markets, to be close to Onitsha, where they have market. Because whether you like it or not, the Igbos don't really like to stay in Lagos. They come here to do business. That's why they come. The Igbos prefer to build their houses in their villages. They have all their mansions in their villages. So if they have a good place where they are doing business, they will not come to this Lagos. The only reason why they are coming here is because business is thriving here. But if we have seaports and working international airports in other like 5-6 states, then every other region will also grow. And everybody will be staying in their various region. The Hausas will stay in their region. The Igbos will stay in their region. The West will stay in their region. Everybody will be okay. And we will end the tribalism once and for all. Because we are behind. We don't have time to waste. And tribalism is eating our time. We have a country to build. We need to wake up. We need to put aside tribalism, put aside religion, and put aside this so much hate. I don't really believe Nigerians hate each other. I don't believe. I just think we are angry. Because I don't believe I hate another Nigerian. And I don't believe any other Nigerian hates me. We are just angry at something. And if we can fix our anger, remove the shackles in our eyes and we will see clearly.
It's a narrative that gets repeated a lot, especially in political circles. But here's the full story. In fact, it's far from it. Lagos didn't just emerge as the mega city it is today because of one person. It has a rich, complex history. And if we dig a little deeper, you will find that it's a product of decades, no, centuries of development. The truth, Lagos was already Nigeria's capital long before Tinubu rose to power, and his journey goes beyond what you see now. Let's rewind to the days when Lagos was just a small fishing town. In fact, it was known as Eko back then, and it was a thriving settlement long before the colonial era. In the 19th century, Lagos became a British colony, and with that, it began its transformation into the heart of the country. But even before it became the capital of Nigeria in 1914 after the amalgamation of the Northern and Southern Protectorates, Lagos was a key hub for trade, culture, and politics. It's a location that is very strategic as a part of the country, and that made it a natural center for power for the British because it is close to the waters. Not that there are not other places that are close to the waters. Calabar is close to the waters. They also made Calabar an administrative head. Asaba is close to the waters. They also made Asaba an administrative head. Fast forward to the 1960s, Lagos remained the capital, continuing to grow and evolve. This was when people started to see the infrastructure and development, but even that did not happen overnight. The groundwork had been laid for decades, and much of the city's prowess was shaped by the colonial masters who picked Lagos as the center for her colonial administration. Lagos was not built by an individual. Now I know President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has been a major figure in Lagos's development. No doubt about that. His influence in the 2000s and his role in shaping the city's growth is unquestionable. But it is totally wrong, Iguma, to state that Tinubu built Lagos. It speaks of somebody who lacks knowledge of history of the development of the city you now call Lagos. Lagos was Nigeria's capital. Lagos was an administrative head. It was not built by one man 25 years ago. No. Lagos has undergone series of developmental stages before it became what it is today. Let's come to the issue of land grabbing and other people taking over Lagos from the Yoruba owners. Yes, it belongs to the Yoruba people, but just like you rightly stated, nobody forced anybody away from their land. It was purchased newly. All the people who claim that they are Monile collected monies and different kinds of dues, and this land were properly purchased. Why are the new set of Lagosians now coming out to cry that people have taken over their land? Just like we started early by saying other Nigerians, we know it's not other Nigerians. We know this is targeted at a certain group of Nigerians, which is the Igbos. There's no sugarcoating it. Even you, Iguma, in your speech, delved into it. It is just about the Igbos, not Nigerians. Otherwise, there are Fulani herdsmen in the forests of every city, every state in Nigeria. Why is there no such protest or outcry against the Fulani herdsmen? It is just about the Igbos who are not in the forest. They're in the markets, they're in banks, they're in economic hubs, developing the cities they live in. But people are not pleased with that. They're only concerned about this particular tribe, who the British themselves planted a seed of Igbophobia against, because they heard and believed that these people are Israelites. So they transferred the same energy of anti-Semitism against the Igbos. So this video that I analyzed today is very apt, but only has the comma of insisting that Tinubu built Lagos. I don't agree with that. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu did not build Lagos. Lagos has been a city that has gone through series of developmental stages. One man did not build Lagos. What really made Lagos become the bustling metropolitan city that we see today Was it one man's effort, or was it the effort or combination of efforts of historical, political, and economic factors that worked together in their favor? Think about these other things that you mentioned, Iguma. The seaports that could be in Calabar are all centered in Lagos. The seaports that could be in Anambra are all centered in Lagos. The seaports that could be in Escravos Warri are all centered in Lagos. Why will this particular city not develop? Just like you also mentioned, the headquarters of Ajib, the headquarters of Chevron, the headquarters of Total, the headquarters of all the multinational companies drilling oil and gas in the Niger Delta region is still located in Lagos, because to them, Lagos was the capital then. Even when the capital has moved to Abuja, some of them have not even moved to Abuja. Why will this particular state not be developed? Why will the IGR of this particular state not increase? And why will the people of such states be angry at the people who have come to join them to develop their nation? When will we outgrow this tribalism? When we have had presidents of other nations who are not even from that country. Barack Obama was the president of the United States of America, and he has his roots from Kenya. Arnold Schwarzenegger was the governor of California. He is from Austria. We have had different people who are not from a place who ended up developing that place. Why do the Yorubas feel, just like their father Awolowo did, that it must be Yorubas who live in Lagos? If you want people to go back to wherever you think they came from, which is not a bush, the homeland of the Igbos is very well developed. If you want them to go back, pay them back for what they spent. Lagos was built with Nigeria's resources, not the resources of the Yoruba people. So, I want us to clear our minds of this notion that President Bola Ahmed Tinubu built Lagos. He did not build Lagos. Lagos has gone through centuries of developmental stages, even before the president was born. Thank you for watching this video. Find other interesting videos on our channel to watch. Do have a very pleasant day. Thank you.
Eloi.